the way he hit meets, is a monster. What I can tell you, Mike is a monster. And the only thing I can guarantee, Mike gonna touch Jay, 100%. It's gonna be impossible to Mike don't touch Jay.
How about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul? And then if Mike Tyson hits him, it's over.
I was told there's absolutely no headgear involved.
That's crazy. I mean, 18th and headgear, and they're going to get paid that kind of cheddar. It's like those guys are the ones that are winning.
The boxing world has just reacted to Mike Tyson's new training footage, and this is not what you would have expected. Moreover, Rafael Cordero, Tyson's trainer, has detailed the strategic preparations Tyson and his team are undertaking to tilt the odds in his favor.
And we have Erica, we have a Mike Angel, we have a James, we have Kika's Mike's wife, she take care about everything. So it's a great team. It's a great team, and we're super excited. It's a professional team. It's not something that just like going to be entertainment. No, it's going to be a fight. This is what we truly believe. And Ariel, the way I train Mike is the same way I train my boys to fight MMA. So there's no difference.
Despite Tyson's advancing age and ongoing battle with sciatica, there's a concerted effort from his team to reshape the narrative surrounding him. Rather than portraying him as an aging and physically limited fighter, they aim to showcase his enduring abilities despite the odds stacked against him.
Mike, as soon as people start talking about maybe let's do one more fight, he's already back in camp.
Oh, okay.
He's already in shape. He's already in shape. We cut a lot of things. We already start doing rounds in our training, so it's amazing to see.
Describing the two-time heavyweight champion as a monster, the coach emphasized that training camp has already commenced, despite the fight being nearly 4 months down the road. Cordero remarked, "Mike, he just hit the bags. He hit the mitts, did his strength condition. He has a group of people around him and is one of those guys that work with a lot of people around. The combatant is already in prime condition, with their attention now squarely on refining their endurance," he observed. The coach added, "It's a great team and we are super excited. It's a professional team. It's not something that just likes to be entertainment. No, it's going to be a fight. This is why we truly believe in our area. The way I train Mike to fight is the same way I train my boys to fight." Expanding on his assertion, the coach renowned for honing the skills of numerous MMA contenders is elucidating a strategy that capitalizes on the prowess of Iron Mike while exploiting the vulnerabilities of the problem child. Cordero added, "Panic. He will panic. That's the goal. Our goal is to keep Jake in panic the entire fight, or for as long as he can take it." On the other hand, Campbell Hatton, son of British icon Ricky Hatton, asserts that the training clips featuring Mike Tyson have created a misconception among fans, leading them to believe that Tyson is sufficiently ready to confront Jake Paul. Hatton said, "People are getting carried away because Tyson looks incredibly formidable in training videos, but people are justifying the fight based on his training prowess." Campbell Hatton proposes that these clips are strategically employed to justify the upcoming bout. There's been speculation circulating suggesting that the footage dates back several years, preceding his much-anticipated return bout against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020. Here is a look at the most recent training footage of Tyson. Meanwhile, Hatton underscored Tyson's advancing years, highlighting that even with his formidable punching prowess, grappling with rounds of combat and absorbing blows at 57 presents, a formidable hurdle. He bemoaned the adverse impact Tyson's potential loss might impart on youthful enthusiasts, enthralled by glimpses of his training regimen. Hatton said, "If Jake Paul knocks him out due to Tyson's age and diminished resistance, it could mislead young fans. It might give the wrong impression to newcomers who've been introduced to boxing through YouTube." In addition to Hatton, Chael Sonnen, an American promoter, casts doubt on Mike Tyson's dedication as he gears up for his boxing comeback. Sonnen suspects that Tyson may not be fully committed and suggests that the training videos circulating online might be staged to prepare for his bout against Jake Paul.
There's things within an industry that we would never reveal. You never expose the business, never. And that's becoming harder and harder because there's fewer and fewer things that still aren't exposed.
Sonnen, however, has alleged that Tyson merely tapped the pads for a brief period. He then suggested that Tyson should douse himself with water to create the appearance of exertion during their next session. He said, "In the future, if you're ever going to spend 5 seconds hitting mitts as a way of making the audience believe you're doing a training session, make sure you splash water on your face and t-shirt first." Similar to others, Sonnen has voiced his concerns about the fight being arranged, citing the significant significant age gap between the contenders. Paul emerges as the clear favorite for the July 20th match, with medical experts cautioning Tyson about potential health risks associated with accepting the bout. Speaking on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, Sonnen said, "Vitor Belfort, who has never boxed, put him away so fast. So this is an Olympic gold medalist you're watching. Vitor, who has never done it, put him away so fast that it ended Vitor's boxing career. They would not book him again. They labeled him like an elderly abuser." Sonnen articulated his perspective on why he sees slim odds for the heavyweight icon, pointing to Tyson's longtime adversary Evander Holyfield. On the other hand, UFC fighters are joining in on the skepticism. In echoing Sonnen's doubts, UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley opted for cautious restraint rather than outright declarations.
Jake Paul, in his prime, you could say, well, I mean, he's still getting better, but versus Mike Tyson, who's 57. I think he'll be 58 by the time they fight. Chael Sonnen's saying that they're faking the training videos. I mean, if you watch the quick little snippets, boom, 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 it is f***ing. And are they current videos or those videos from a few years ago? I don't know. Are they going to wear headgear?
He did, however, concede that the brief snippets in the videos could potentially be deceptive. These remarks inevitably cast doubt on the authenticity of the videos, leaving uncertainty as to whether they depict recent events or belong to a distant past. If you watch the quick little snippet, it's like boo boom. If they're current videos or if they're videos from a few years ago, I don't know. The instructional footage has enraptured enthusiasts of combat sports, sparking renewed debates concerning Tyson's fabled punching prowess. There's a prevailing belief that, despite being 57 years old, Tyson still poses a formidable threat to Paul, whose boxing background appears insignificant in comparison. Concerns loom over Paul's ability to endure the raw power behind Tyson's blows. Now, here's the take from some of the most prominent MMA fighters and boxers on this memorable fight. First of all, Francis Ngannou told MMA Junkie, "Honestly, I don't know. I looked at it and they said it was on Netflix, so I thought it was going to be some sort of movie they were making. It hit me like a shock. I'm still processing it. If it's true, I will go out there to support Mike. He can still kick some no doubt about it." Carl Froch expressed disdain for Jake Paul's claims of being a professional boxer, highlighting the age gap and doubting Paul's credentials based on past performances. Froch's critique points to a broader skepticism within the boxing community about celebrity matches, undermining the sport's traditional values and standards. Carl said, "Jake Paul is not a professional boxer, but he's going to beat Mike just because he's in his 20s. Father Time waits for no man. Mike is just too old. Jake, you are an absolute I've seen you fight and watch you lose against Tommy Fury. Why are you still gloving up and calling yourself a professional boxer? You're a clown." Colby Covington expressed outright concern for Tyson's well-being, pointing out the risks involved with fighting at an advanced age. Covington's comments reflect a common sentiment among fighters, a blend of admiration for Tyson's legacy and apprehension about the physical consequences of the match. Covington said, "I don't like it at all. Mike still looks like a superhuman, but he's still 57 years old. He shouldn't be fighting anymore. I don't think it's safe. I think it's dangerous at that age. Your heart might explode. He gets hit in the head. He might have a brain bleed. I hope Mike Tyson makes it through injury-free and doesn't get hurt." Covington further shared his prediction for the fight, suggesting that Jake Paul might knock out Mike Tyson within the first 2 minutes. He speculated that if the fight lasts longer than that, it could be because Paul is intentionally prolonging the match to make it appear more competitive than it actually is. He added, "I think Jake is going to probably knock him out within the first 2 minutes. If he doesn't, it'll be because he's carrying him and he's trying to make the freak show look like it's a competitive fight." Covington articulated his frustration with the idea that a YouTuber could potentially defeat a boxing legend known as the baddest man on the planet and the most feared man, reflecting a sentiment of discontent with the evolving dynamics and matchups in the world of combat sports. He said, "I hate the fight. I think it takes away from Mike Tyson's legacy when a guy like this YouTuber comes in and beats the baddest man on the planet and the most feared man." Meanwhile, Tony Jeffries, a distinguished Olympic medalist hailing from the boxing realm, openly voiced his apprehensions regarding the imminent showdown between Tyson and Jake Paul.
If Jake Paul did land that one punch on Mike Tyson, and he did finish Mike Tyson off, I'm not saying he's going to do it, but if he did, what happens to Mike Tyson's legacy then? The younger generation that doesn't know who Mike Tyson is the way that I know him, and you probably know him, looking up to him as this living legend, this icon, one of the best to ever do it. He will be remembered by the younger generation as that guy who got knocked out by Jake Paul. Now imagine that. How bloody sad would that be? And
Colonel Moten expressed a desire for Mike Tyson to defeat Jake Paul, indicating he found Jake's behavior disrespectful. He said, "I want Mike to knock Jake Paul out. I feel like it's disrespectful of Jake. He says he wants to be a real boxer, but he's challenging these retired fighters. He retired what, like 30 years ago? Mike is past his time. He can maybe pull it out, but it has to be early." Tyson Fury, the reigning WBC boxing heavyweight champion, sees the impending bout featuring Tyson and Paul as a significant boon for the sport of boxing. He said, "You've got a legend in Mike Tyson. You've got a YouTube boxer who has come into the game and blew it up, and he's got millions of followers and millions of views and millions of eyes. Good, bad, or indifferent. Some people love him. Some people hate him." Fury couldn't help but take notice of Paul's transition from an internet sensation to a bona fide boxer. He pondered aloud why anyone in Paul's shoes wouldn't seize the opportunity to step into the ring with Tyson, given the chance. In the end, it's bound to become a remarkable display, and Fury has openly conveyed his deep respect for both parties involved. He said, "You gotta admire them both, and I wish them both the best of luck." Overall, this fight encapsulates a broader debate about the intersection of entertainment, athleticism, and the evolution of combat sports. As the match draws nearer, the dialogue it has ignited reflects the changing landscape of boxing, where legacy, legitimacy, and the lure of spectacle collide. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.